Farmers Producer Organization, FPOs what we call, and MSME sector, the micro, small and medium scale businesses. Let's have an understanding about the survival of these. Now, when we talk about FPOs, recently we have seen near about 10,000 FPOs have been instituted over the last couple of years with the agenda to strengthen the farmers, to have them the collective bargaining power with the buyers downstream, and to invest and institute value chain, institute value more value creation for their products, be it in terms of more providing more segregation of their products in terms of the quality, segregation of the produce, what farmers are doing, so that they can be sold better in the market, in terms of preservation of the perishables, and many others, even reaching to the market. So FPOs were conceptualized with a great and have been there since long and recently major surge in this area with the idea to strengthen the collective nature of the institution, the FPO, which is either a company or a cooperative within a Cooperative Society Act. So the idea, with this idea, things have moved. The government have moved. However, when we see when we study the FPOs, how they are performing, then very small percentage of FPOs have proved to be successful, and largely more than 90% are finding it difficult to survive. Now, why is this so? The primary reason is the kind of management requires to manage these FPOs is lacking. The kind of ownership required from the stakeholders, the equity holders, is lacking. So, and the kind of investment or the paid up capital, if we can say, is very small, near about 5 lakhs. So it is not providing this FPO a small business character wherein it can provide a plan and grow the business and raise finances. So the financial crunch is something making very difficult for these FPOs to survive. We have seen banks are unable to provide them credit because of their lack of business growth plan or the lack of credit worthiness. Government is definitely trying to fund, and they have plans to handhold for the initial 3 years with an amount of INR 18 lakh. But that is also, that has reached to only 5% of these FPOs. And to avail that also, certain credibility and is to be established, and some plan is to be there. Other credit lines being provided to these FPO by the government is also something, collateral free is also something not exhausted by these FPOs. So if we draw parallel to, so we find this survival issue with the FPOs, wherein the farmers are collectively working for a common cause. On the other hand, when we talk about the MSME sector, the small or the micro units, how they have survived and during this pandemic times with the help of the government funding in terms of the emergency credit line scheme, in terms of funding from one or the other means, banks providing them loans for their business plan. So there we have seen some success, good success, in terms of the business surviving this difficult time and growing its network, growing its business, and providing livelihoods and all other things. So some learnings are to be drawn from the MSME sector, how the financial crunch is handled there, how the small business units are surviving in this difficult environment, competitive environment. And on the other hand, the FPOs, which is having rather plainer environment, less competitive in that upstream area where they are working, why they are unable to survive. So some guidance and some strategic support is required, some strategic handholding is required, and some learnings from the different sectors can be taken to augment these FPOs, because definitely these are to play critical role in doubling farmers' income. Thank you.